Evening. It is the 11th of May, and at this time we are putting the finishing touches on preparing for the con, or at least starting to get around to setting up everything for going to the DoubleTree. As you can tell, obviously as soon as I get you the updates and everything, I'm going to pack up my clothes, I'm going to pack up my cosplay, I'm going to pack up the camera, and I'm going to bring my old, ancient laptop, which, if I could ever get the chance to ever get if anyone could donate for Patreon, that would be lovely, to obviously get that laptop replaced. That'd be very lovely. But anyways, I'm gonna bring that along, so at least I have some storage in case any of the footage on here, at least any of the SD cards, corrupt or anything, because two variants I got is the one I've had since the beginning of this camera, the 32 gig, and then the one that's in the camera right now, 64 gig. But I also have another one that's in here. Forget what it is, but it must be a 32 gig. But yeah, everything's been going pretty well with the cosplay and everything. And what I was gonna say about it, it's practically the most fantastic thing that we could ever wrap up on. What I mean by that is, let me get a light on in here. We got the patches on. So there you go. But not only that, we also have managed to pack some food along the way, since obviously the hotel, the DoubleTree, that being the venue that the new Everfree Northwest is going to be hosted at, is not going to provide, or at least there is, from what we check, no option for fridge or whatever. So we packed a few things to take with us to the DoubleTree. So we'll have this in our hotel room, which I may or may not have within my bag, or I should say in my backpack, but it, again, all depends on the situation and everything, and if I can carry it in there. But again, my suit has pockets and everything, so that, shouldn't be a problem and whatnot. So, but that's the plan. But there's also another fact to consider, is we, the driver, is actually on a bit of a temporary break for tomorrow, Thursday, and Friday. So we have all 4 days to go to the con. So that means I can be there as long as possible. But I don't know if I can give Everfree the feedback that I need. So it all depends on how everything falls through, because this has got to be convenient to everything. I gotta show them the schedule and all that, and as I've stated, it has to fall into it has to fit into their schedule and all that. So, all depends on how it all works. But, even with that, Everfree is still a go show. Ain't no no-show. It is a no-show unless my driver's back is thrown off. Which, it is that risk factor, so I guess the only thing we can do now to see if that will ever happen again is just to sit down for the rest of the evening and, I don't know, play a few things, maybe play some COD Modern Warfare, because since you can only get that game, at least the remastered edition, through buying like a certain edition of Infinite Warfare, I think it only seems fair that you gotta like play another variant. Either that or I'll just play Fallout 4 on my PS4. But either way, tomorrow I'll give you a sneak peek of what will happen tomorrow. I'll unplug stuff, I'll set it for the con, and depending on what time we'll leave, I'll probably give you the time either via text or I'll say it to you. We'll head down to the Doubletree. And by that point, I'll either meet Selfie Pony, which I have actually met in person. You ever seen the blanket dances to Scooter Chicken? If I forget that title, I'll correct myself on that via text or annotation. Or, actually, I think I met him earlier at Everfree Northwest 2015 while I was in cosplay. Because I didn't know he was like because I really didn't have the chance to chat it up with him until truly an actual MLP meetup, believe it or not, when he was there. So there's that. So this time around, I may have the chance to talk to him, which actually makes it loads better, if I do say so myself. But yeah, either way, it's still a go show with Everfree Northwest, despite it being... What was I going to go for anyways? Despite it being a despite my driver's back being thrown off and all of that. But, oh, no problem there. So, bottom line, I'm excited for Everfree Northwest, and that Can't Make It package is still continuing. So, within the next few days, and depending on what that laptop can do, I'm pointing towards you, laptop that's at the bottom of the screen that you saw earlier. Depending on what it can do, I will try to see if I can edit all of Thursday's convention vlogs and keep you guys up to date with all of Thursday's con vlogs, maybe Fridays, depending on what time I've got. But, you know, there is no guarantee on that. So, it all depends on what I can do, what my editing skills are, especially if I'm away from my Lenovo PC, which is my main editing system. But I do have my backup, the HP. But depending on what the Dell does, and especially one of the experimentation things I'm going to do with it, this could be something that may or may not kill the laptop. We'll just have to see and find out. But until that happens, just you wait until tomorrow when Thursday arrives and we head to the con. See ya.